Hey Cali gang, so please don't come for me. This is a double, maybe triple vlog kind of day, all right? But yeah, so I'm gonna do a little story time, maybe like a couple scenario story times about the smoothie bar that I work in. Number one, it is, how do I say, catered to a higher end society. Let's just say that. The smoothies at the smoothie bar that I work for, they are over $10 each. The cheapest thing that we sell is like $7. If that gives you guys a good idea of the price points at the smoothie bar that I work at. So let's get into it. I'm first gonna say a couple of the drink names. I'm not gonna say the names that are on our menu because I don't want to, give that away. And if you know where I work in real life, do not say it in the comments, okay? I'm gonna try to figure out how I can like block that name or a name similar to it or something, because I don't want people knowing where my day job is, just for personal reasons, privacy, and everything else. But yeah, so I will do, let me see, I'll just do like maybe 3 drinks to keep it easy for you guys to, keep along with the story. One of the drinks we'll call a green machine. The other one will be a pink mean. And the third will be a full serving, okay? And the green machine, as you can guess, is green, like grass green. It's green. Green, green.
Blue. The goddamn pen is blue!
Green. Green, green. The drink is green, okay? Like, it's not a drink you can mistake for another drink type of green, okay? And then the pink mean is, of course, pink, like a pink, like a powdery, like not really like a powdery pink, but like a light pink. And I think, that might be the only pink drink that we have. So the pink mean, and then the full serving, the color of that is kind of, I want to say like a vanilla color. It's not like white or like yellow. It's kind of like in the middle, but okay. So I'll do the little scenarios with those 3 drinks. So customers grabbing wrong drinks. This happens all the time. It is crazy. What it is people will order their drinks assuming someone else's drink is their drink. Like, for example, they'll order a pink mean. A pink mean. Hear me? Pink mean. And at the bar, I will be like, oh, green machine for Jason. Oh, is this my drink? I'm Brittany. What did you get? A pink mean. This is a green machine for Jason. Oh, okay, sorry. You ordered a pink mean. They got a green machine. Come on. Come on. Oh, and then another one. They think their drinks are like made instantly. Instantly. It's crazy. I will never understand. Like, yeah, I can get them made pretty quickly, like in under 2 minutes. If there's no other drinks that I'm working on, number one, we're not busy, and if we're like completely dead, I can get your drink out within less than 2 minutes. That's not even a problem. Made correctly and everything, add-ins, custom, however you want. But yeah, it drives me crazy. Oh, another thing. Customers will say they didn't want a topping or ingredient in a bowl or drink after paying for it, after ordering, paying, and eating or drinking half of it. Y'all, if I had $5 for every time someone came back and was like, oh, this pink mean isn't as pink as the picture, or, oh, this green machine doesn't taste like the green machine I normally get. Oh, well, where do you go? Because, there's a bunch of locations in this state and other states, okay? Oh, I'm normally downtown LA. Well, smoothie bar that I work at, none of the locations have the same menu, number one. Number two, yes, it's corporate, but then a lot of them are privately owned as well. And it's crazy because a lot of people that go there all the time. So you would think they know or knew any of that or a hinkling or, you know, any history of the company or anything, but, you know, they don't. They just want their drinks and go. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. I don't care. Or I'm gonna name off a different drink, but I'm not gonna keep bringing this one up because, okay, so we'll call this one a coconut blue, and it's a blue drink. The only shade of blue that we have, like we have like 2 other purple drinks, but this drink is blue, like as blue as my backdrop blue, if we want to make it that blue. The customer will customize the drink, and then as soon as I get it to them, they drink it and they're like, oh, it's not cold enough, or can you reblend it? No, I have to remake a new one since you took a drink out of that one. And then what do? They don't throw the drink away. They just set it on the counter and stand there, look at me very angrily like this. And I want to low-key fold my arms across the other side of the bar and be like, yes? Another situation. I'm gonna go, let me see. Okay, well, I'll just use the full serving. Okay, so someone will order a full serving, which basically, to me, it tastes like oatmeal cookies. Or, yeah, oatmeal. It tastes like oatmeal cookies, basically. And they're like, oh, I want the full serving, you know, extra granola, extra protein, you know, add-ins, this and that, or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. Be out in a second. Making the drink. Give it to them. Okay, thanks. They'll take a sip, walk out of the building, come back between 5 and 10 minutes later. I don't like the way this tastes. I want something else. So you didn't like the first sip that you took when you initially grabbed the drink from the bar. And then you didn't like the sips that you had on your way out. But now that the drink is halfway or almost gone, now you don't like it and want something else? What the hell? Okay, what the hell? Another story. We also make infamous acai bowls. Okay, we make acai bowls. We did change a couple of things with how we make them. Oh my god, I'm sorry. All these bangs are like driving me nuts. I gotta curl them inward so they don't stick out so it looks better. But anyway, okay, so we make acai bowls, right? And I don't know what has been going on, but everybody wants an acai bowl. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. All right, so they're like, oh, let me get a berry acai. That's like the classic acai bowl. Okay, cool. What toppings do you want? Do you want original? Or do you want natural? Do you want original or do you want natural? And they'll be like, oh, okay, I want natural. And the natural one originally came with granola on top and bottom and then like a bunch of other stuff on top. And, you know, I'm making their bowl. Give it, you know, serve to them. Oh, hey, here's your bowl. Spoons are over here. And I'm like, okay, thanks. And they take it. They're like, oh, so do you not put granola on the bottom anymore? I'm like, oh, no, they had us change that. We don't do it like that anymore. They're like, oh, well, I get this downtown all the time, and they always do that. I'm like, well, every location is different, and the menu's different. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure, but, you know, they've been having us not putting granola on the, you know, on the bottom anymore and on top, just on top. And then they were like, okay. And they're like, so they're all the locations are different. I'm like, yeah, for the most part, all the menus are different. And he's like, oh, okay, well, can I just get my money back then? No, run it back, run it back, run it back. He took a couple of bites and then came back and was like, oh, this tastes like ice. I want my money back. So, what was the real issue, sir? Because we don't put ice in our bowls, okay? We put the acai mix, like 4 ounces of water, fruit, and almond cream. So, what was the real fucking problem? Was it the granola on the bottom? Or the fact that you didn't get it how you wanted? Because it doesn't taste like ice because we don't put ice in it. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then another one. Oh, another one. Okay, so we're across the street from a Starbucks. Like literally less than 20 feet from a Starbucks. This is a smoothie bar, y'all. Smoothie bar. Smoothie bar. Yes, we do have some coffee options. It's like maybe 4 coffee options. And then we have like a coffee smoothie. Almost every morning between like 5 and... No, not every morning. All day throughout the day. Between like 5... It varies. Obviously, it varies between the day. But literally... Sometimes it'll be 5 people. Sometimes it'll be between like 20 and 50 people. Do you have cold brew? Do you have regular coffee? Do you have chai? Do you have this? I want a latte. We do have something like a chai, but there's no chai in it. Like no chai at all. And the coffee that we have, it is like a regular brewed. And then that coffee is the same thing that would be considered a cold brew. And all the add-ins and stuff that's on the menu, they're mixed into the, they're toasted in the bean. So we're not adding anything to like our regular coffee. And so they're like, oh, I want a cold brew. I'm like, okay, well, excuse me, sorry y'all. I'm like, well, the closest thing to a cold brew or regular, excuse me, I'm sorry. Cold brew or regular coffee that we have is our tinted coffee. And that's not the name of our coffee. I'm just using that because I see a tinted moisturizer over here, and that's the closest name I could think of. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's our tinted coffee. That would be the closest thing to a regular coffee, number 1. Or if you want a cold brew, that's the next best thing that we offer. And then one time a lady was like, I want a chai latte. I'm like, okay. No, she's like, I want a chai. I'm like, okay, well, our chai latte option, that's not the name of it, but I was like, okay, well, our chai latte option is over here. I pointed to the menu. She's like, there's no chai in it? I'm like, oh, no, there's no chai in it. Okay, then never mind. I'm like, okay. Another one, coffee thing, of course. She came in. She's like, oh, I want a mocha latte. Well, ma'am, we don't have that, but our coffee menu's over here. I pointed to her, showed her the options. She's like, oh, so you guys just don't have, like, a regular, like, caramel latte option? I'm like, no, but there's a Starbucks across the street. She's like, how far across the street? I'm like, oh, it's just right up the street. Like, at the light, walk to the light, cross the street. It's right there. Literally less than 20 feet. And she's like, well, I don't want to walk up the street. And I didn't even tell her really how far it was. I was just like, oh, it's just literally like right at the light. We're literally less than 5 feet from a light. The light I was talking about was less than 5 feet away. Less than 5 feet. But I'm sure more than likely she ended up going to Starbucks anyway, because that's the closest like coffee shop that's within walking distance from the smoothie bar that I work at. But yeah, oh my gosh, these customers are crazy, y'all. These customers are crazy. They're crazy. They are, oh my God, they're crazy, and they're tone deaf. Like they don't get it. They don't get it. And then, oh Lord, okay. Last thing, and then the last thing I'm gonna talk about. Okay. So inflation. Everything went up. Not just in California, literally everywhere. So since pay went up, the price of everything went up. Gas had been up, okay? Groceries is up. Now, memberships for services are up now. Like, everything is up. It's up and it's up. It's up. All right. Tell me why. These people are complaining about everything going up. They're like, oh, why is it every time I come here you give me a new price for something? I'm like, well, inflation and the price on everything went up. Like, we don't know. They give us no notice. They don't do it in like an announcement or a weekly update or anything. They don't tell us. So we don't know. The only way we know is when you come up, scan it, and we see the price went up. 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents. Like, we don't know. We don't know. How are we supposed to know? We just work here. We just work here. We just make the smoothies. We just stock the grab and go, okay? We don't know about that. We don't know about that. We have nothing to do with that. The best we can do is get you information on the supplements that we have and make you a drink. That's the best we can do. I don't understand. People go to these coffee shops, smoothie bars, etc., and think we're supposed to know everything from the CEO's name and number to how, like, why we don't get like certain snacks anymore. Like, we don't know what we're getting on truck half the time. Like, when we do get truck, you know, we know a gist of what we're gonna get, like, you know, frozen fruit, of course, stuff for the grab and go, drinks, but we don't know exactly what drinks, we don't know exactly what snacks, we don't know exactly what grab and go stuff. Like, it's crazy. These people are crazy. Oh my gosh. I commend people that are in the customer service industry, especially waitresses and waiters, because y'all have a handful. Like, yeah, we deal with some stuff, you know, being a smoothie bar at like a high-end part of town, but it's nothing compared to what waiters and waitresses have to deal with. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for listening to this little rant about these crazy customers. I will definitely be coming with more of those, because I literally have stories on the daily of what I could talk about, but would definitely write them down or something, because literally it's every day and it's always something new. It's never the same. It's so funny and it's crazy. The people literally complain about any and everything. Like, one customer, he doesn't get a full serving drink, but he gets something similar to it, so I'll just call it a full serving. He'll be like, oh, I want my full serving with, you know, this kind of milk, no ice. Okay, so I make his drink with no ice. So of course, since there's no ice in the drink, it's not going to be super cold. It's just not. And it's crazy because that day specifically, the frozen bananas were kind of mushy, which was weird. What it was is we had a power outage the night before. So, you know, nothing was like frozen solid, like frosty frozen. Everything was low-key mushy. So we did what we could, you know, we made it work. And he come every day, remember guys, no ice, no ice, no ice, no ice, no ice. All right, sir, no ice for you. So I made the drink, gave it to him. He drinks it. Oh, this is warm. Oh, well, you know, we had a power outage last night, so all of our fruit is like mushy for the most part. You told me don't put ice in your drink, so I don't give you ice. I can remake it for you. That's no problem, but I have to put ice in it to get it cold for you. And he was just like, oh, never mind. And he just took the drink and left.